The Lavender Witch Quest of the Supreme. One lovely, spooky night, Kelvin, the Lavender Witch, sat in her cozy, posh living room. Clad in a sheer lavender dress, with a floral crown in her long blonde hair, she read the tarot for her fiancé, David. He, a handsome starship captain in a tight cobalt blue uniform, listened intently. "It looks like you're off on a big adventure of your own soon," Kelvin murmured, a faint smile on her lips. David just nodded. Suddenly, his eyes widened. "My God, wow!" He pointed towards Kelvin's lavender altar across the room. Kelvin rushed to see what had startled him. The amethyst planchette of her spirit board was moving, spelling out a single word, B-A-S-E-M-E-N-T. David looked at her, confused. "We don't have a basement." Without a word, Kelvin walked over to her grand bookshelf filled with spellbooks. She waved a hand, which began to glow with a soft lavender light. The shelves shimmered and slid apart, revealing a dark stone staircase spiraling down into the unknown. An ancient, earthy smell drifted up from the depths. They descended into the cold air, emerging in a large, circular room bathed in an ethereal blue light. The source was a giant, imposing statue of the goddess Hecate in the center of the chamber. As they stepped fully into the room, dozens of lanterns hanging from the ceiling ignited all at once, their flames a brilliant, spectral blue. The stone of the statue softened and flowed, the figure coming to life as Hecate herself, her form shifting between mother, maiden, and crone as one entity. She glided towards Kelvin. "Congratulations," her voice echoed, ancient and powerful. "You are the only witch to obtain all 19 magical skills, a feat not seen in trillions of your Earth years. You now have more power than most deities. But to truly become the Supreme," Hecate continued, "you must seek the 4 guardians. I hold the keys, and I will guide you. First, we go to Xuanwu." Kelvin ran to Captain David and kissed him deeply. "I must go," she whispered. "You have your own work to do. Trust that I'll be back." With that, blue flames erupted around her. Kelvin and Hecate disappeared, reappearing in the north side of the celestial realm. The air was painfully cold, the landscape a beautiful, desolate expanse of ice and snow under a sky filled with unfamiliar stars. Hecate lit the way with a blue flame in her palm as they arrived at a vast, frozen lake that stretched to the horizon. The ice of the lake cracked and exploded upwards as Xuanwu, the great tortoise entwined with a serpent, burst through. "Wow, a witch!" His voice rumbled like an avalanche. "I haven't seen one of you in exactly 37 trillion years. Why are you here?" Kelvin stood firm. "I am here for the lost power of magnetism, the magic of all metals of the cosmos." "Oh, really?" Xuanwu replied. "Then you must duel and defeat me." Suddenly, the guardian glowed a bright blue, and plates of ice blue heavy armor materialized around his body. The battle began, Xuanwu's water and ice magic overwhelming Kelvin's lavender spells. Realizing she needed a different approach, Kelvin let a lavender fog consume her. She re-emerged from the fog transformed, a dazzling yellow electric witch in a gown that crackled with power. Using the water and metal of his armor as a conductor, Kelvin's electric magic coursed over the guardian. Xuanwu roared as his armor shattered into 1,000 pieces, falling like hail onto the frozen lake. Xuanwu laughed, a sound like grinding glaciers. The shattered ice did not melt but flew back, reassembling around him, now glowing with an inner blue light. The serpent head hissed, its eyes burning like cold stars. "A clever trick, witch, but that was merely my shell. Now face the true winter's heart." The serpent lunged, not with fangs, but with a torrent of black, freezing water that erupted from its mouth. The water swirled around Kelvin, forming a crushing vortex. The pressure was immense, like the bottom of a celestial ocean, and the cold seeped into her bones, threatening to extinguish her electric fire. Kelvin screamed, unleashing a wave of pure energy. She didn't fight the water, she changed it. The vortex boiled in an instant, turning into a cataclysmic explosion of steam and scalding mist. The shockwave sent cracks racing across the entire frozen lake. Hecate watched from the shore, her expression unreadable. The steam cleared to reveal a dozen Xuanwus, each a perfect, shimmering copy of the original, surrounding her. They moved in unison, their collective roar shaking the heavens. "Power is nothing without wisdom, witch," their voices echoed. "Can you find the truth in the storm?" Kelvin closed her eyes, shutting out the confusing mirage. She focused inward, extending her senses beyond sight. She sent out a gentle pulse of electricity, a wave of pure energy that washed over the battlefield. It passed through the illusions like ghosts, but one signature returned, solid and immense. The true Xuanwu. Her eyes snapped open, blazing with yellow light. With a single, focused cry, she summoned all her power into one devastating bolt, a spear of lightning that tore through the air. It bypassed the illusions and struck the true Xuanwu at the nape of his neck, where the serpent joined the tortoise's shell. Xuanwu bellowed, a sound of genuine pain this time. The serpent head slumped, stunned, but the tortoise's ancient eyes burned with cold fury. He drew his limbs into his shell, which began to glow with runic patterns. "You cannot break that which is eternal," he rumbled. "I am the North. I am stillness and strength." Kelvin hurled bolt after bolt, but the lightning harmlessly washed over the glowing shell, dissipating into the cold air. She was tiring, her energy waning. From the shore, Hecate's voice cut through the wind. "The power you seek is the key, child. Metal answers to metal. What is the heart of a world?" Kelvin's eyes widened in understanding. The core. She didn't have the power of magnetism yet, but the potential for it was within her. She ignored the shell and reached down, pressing her palms against the ancient ice. She sent her consciousness downwards, searching for the metallic, gravitational heart of this frozen world. She found it, a vast, spinning core of cosmic iron. With a grunt of effort, she pulled, not with her muscles, but with her will. She didn't try to control it, merely to disrupt it. A deep, resonant hum filled the air, and the entire frozen lake began to vibrate violently. The sky itself seemed to warp. The magnetic pulse erupted from the ground. It was a wave of pure force that Xuanwu's shell was not designed to repel. The ancient runes that protected him, forged from celestial metals, were violently repelled by the chaotic field. They flickered, shorted out, and vanished, leaving his shell bare and vulnerable. Xuanwu slowly emerged from his now dull shell. The ancient guardian looked tired, but his eyes held a newfound respect. "You did not break the shell," he said, his voice softer now. "You convinced the world itself to reject it. Clever. You have proven you are worthy." A silver, glowing ingot of growing steel floated from Xuanwu and hovered before Kelvin. It dissolved into a stream of liquid starlight, flowing into her chest. She gasped as a new sense bloomed within her. Her yellow aura faded, returning to her familiar lavender, but now it was shot through with shimmering threads of silver. Hecate glided to her side, a proud smile on her triple face. "One guardian down. 3 to go. Are you ready?" Behind them, a celestial red door appeared, opening to reveal a vision of beautiful, lush mountains under a warm sun. Kelvin looked back once at the vast, silent form of Xuanwu, then turned to the portal. She felt the iron in her own blood humming in tune with the cosmos. With a determined nod to Hecate, she stepped through the doorway into the warmth and light, ready for whatever came next.